Welcome to AUTOMOTIVE. My name is Anto, and I want to show you guys here this beautiful exhaust that we're going to be installing on the M3 G80 that we have here. We're going to be probably pretty much putting a beast on a beast, and we're going to have this sound like no tomorrow. We have a cab back system here as we have it laid out on the floor. We're going to be showing you guys step by step how to install this exhaust on this G80. So we took these off. Let's take this off. Let me have you hold this, please, Alex. Alrighty, that's all off. We got all of this here. We're not gonna use that anymore. So we're pretty much gonna be taking everything else from the front all the way to the back. We have a few 13 millimeters and an E12. That's all you need. Pretty much at every bracket and every nut and bolt on this is 13 millimeter. That. Let's go ahead and take a few more 13 millimeters here. If you wanna just hold that there. Most important, of course, don't forget to disconnect your old exhaust flaps. It's a really easy thing here. You just press this flap and tab, and take it out. You have two of them. You have one on this side, one on that side. The Valvetronic exhaust system does come with the motors, but they do supply the wiring harness and everything else that you have to install for it to be able to control off of the remote control that they supply with it again. All right. I got a few more 13 millimeters, and this puppy is going to be ready to come down. I got two more here. Okay. Last one, Alex.
Let's do it.
We might need that later on. All right.
Alrighty.
Let's go ahead and take this. These are the rear ones. I'm going to go ahead and lower this. Just hold it up. I'm going to hold it in the middle too. Okay. Woo! All right. Go ahead and go to the right. Oh, this is gonna be a lot different. Let's put it next to it. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity to show the difference between these exhaust systems. As you can guys see, there's so many restrictions here that are in these exhausts, the old exhausts that are gonna be all open with the Valvetronic designed exhaust system. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna show you guys here the proper way of doing this wiring. So as you guys know, we have the grommets on the sides that we already put in. I have one there, one here. So the correct way of doing this is either you use the applied wire, which it comes to a cigarette lighter, but in the center there is nowhere in the trunk to give a cigarette lighter. Cigarette lighters usually are powered by ignition only, not powered consistently. So we like to actually cut this, run the wire to ground, of course, and then the power we like to go off of the fuse box itself. That's what we did, and it's an ignition switch power. So whenever the car does turn off and go to sleep, it's not going to get power anymore. These cars do tend to take about up to 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes for it to go to sleep, which we already verified here. It does go to sleep and the lights don't work on the box anymore. You don't want to always consistently give it power so you don't have a drain, but I want to just show you a quick way we did it here. We routed all the wires properly. We do have all the extra wires zip tied here. You never know if the customer wants to end up moving the box somewhere else or you want to go somewhere else. For that reason, we didn't cut. We left all of the extra wiring. But you can see the boxes here. We got the antenna. We got the ground going from here all the way to the fuse box, which is, again, it's powered by ignition only. So we like to use this piece right here, which has a fuse that's going already on there. So if anything happens, the fuse will blow as well. But these are all safety precautions that we take to make sure everything works properly. And we're gonna go ahead and buckle everything up here, and then we're gonna show you guys interesting and nice stuff under the car. Alrighty, so we're gonna be installing the first portion of the exhaust. As you guys can see, this comes in many pieces, so it makes it a lot easier to install it. It's not a big heavy piece. There is one thing that you guys have to keep in mind whenever you're installing it. There is a bracket that goes on the transmission right here, and it comes down to the old exhaust, which you don't use that anymore in this new system. So you do have to take that off, or else the exhaust is going to be touching it. So we're going to go ahead and use the same hardware that came with the vehicle and install this first portion in the front, and then pretty much it just follow it all the way to the back. You know, it's like a Lego putting it into pieces, but you know, an expensive Lego that is worth every penny that you spend on. Alrighty, as you guys can see, we installed the rest of the exhaust. The only thing is left right now, it's the tips. We do have everything loose, so if we do need to make any adjustments, we can make it so that we can have these tips sit flush pretty much it. You do have to sometimes play around with these just to make them fit. They do have a really tight fit on there. Sometimes it does fight you, but you gotta just find the perfect angle as this one is right now and put it in as good as possible, and then you can adjust it. Each pipe has a limit where it needs to stop. So to what we have seen with every one of these pipes, almost all of them have to be pushed all the way to the limit for it to line up properly. Looking good.
Looking good.
Did you push it all the way in, or?
Yeah.
It's all the way in?
All the way in.
All right. But it's work in progress. We'll probably get back to you guys soon here once we have these positioned and the tips in, and then tighten everything up. And then soon we'll show you the final results here. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna be showing you guys the final and the finished product before you guys hear it. As you guys saw before, we got the equal length exhaust pipes on here going all the way to the back. It is a lot thicker pipe. We got this Valvetronic Designs special bracket that they sent with it, which you should install. If you don't install this and you use your original one, it's gonna be rubbing against your exhaust and make a lot of not nice sounds. We got the clamps here, we got everything here put on, and this is the way we ran all the wires. I think it's been ran, and we already did verify that it works, and this is how the final product looks. I mean, it looks like nothing compared to the original one. Free flowing, straight pipes all the way to the back. I just can't even looking at the original one and this, the difference is huge. So we're gonna go ahead and lower this car and then give you guys a few clips of the sound of it being closed and open. And I bet you anything is gonna be a lot louder than the original one is.